Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen, or well, part of my kitchen anyway. So what is this about? Why are we here? Why aren't we playing Dragon Age? Now, if you have been following my channel, you know that I recently reached 100 subscribers and that I promised you a little milestone video of sorts. And you can probably guess already from this video that I'm going to cook something. Because what better way to celebrate 100 subscribers than by making a nice Ferelden feast day fish. You may remember that in one of the later episodes of Dragon Age Origin, I found a recipe in the estate of the Isle of Amaranthine, and I will now attempt to cook this recipe. And I will try to overlay it somewhere, probably here. This is a recipe. Now, as you can see, there is an obvious problem with the recipe. It includes ingredients, it does not include instructions. And this is a problem, because when I first saw the recipe, I thought, yeah, sure, there's an onion, there is celery, I can fry the onion in a pan and then add the egg to make some sort of omelette or something like that. However, the recipe is called Fluffy Mackerel Pudding. And I mean, ignoring the fact that I usually associate pudding with something sweet, I need to think of something else to make it kind of like a pudding. Okay, I think I have all the ingredients that I need. I also put the recipe up on my wall here so that I can watch it all the time. First of all, we have celery. We have green pepper. Now the English word pepper is a bit confusing to me because apparently pepper can be both this or this. And in German those are actually two different words. This is Pfeffer and this is paprika. But I'm going to assume that they actually mean bell pepper. We need, of course, the mackerel. One small onion. Here it is. Then I need ground Antiven pepper. And yeah, I'm afraid we have to make do with normal pepper because I don't have any Antiven pepper in my kitchen. We need ground mace, which is Muskatnuss in German. We need a bit of mustard. We need cardamom. And we need some eggs. 2 beaten eggs, those are in here. And 2 boiled eggs, I already boiled them. They are just for garnish. And then I bought another thing that is not part of the recipe and that is not supposed to go in here. Honey mead. I really love honey mead and I think this is a nice Ferelden drink. I'm sure the Fereldens like to drink honey mead, and the reason why I bought this is just in case this dish turns out to be absolutely horrible, and I have a feeling it might be absolutely horrible. I can just wash away the taste with some nice mead. So this is for later. And yeah, I do hope that the sound is alright on this video. I'm recording this with my DSLR camera, which cost 800 euro and should be making nice pictures, but I don't have a microphone for it, so I just need to use the inbuilt microphone. Alright, yeah, let's just go ahead and start to prepare our dish. Now, since it's supposed to be some sort of pudding, I have a feeling we just have to cut it all together, put it into something like this, and then we will have to blend it together. I can already see this being utterly awful, but what can you do? So maybe let's start with the onion. Let's give me that. Now, if you are having problems cutting onions without breaking out into tears, I have a small trick how to do it, or well, at least how I always do it, and it usually works fine for me. So I'm just going to show it to you. First of all, of course, we need to get rid of all this. And then I just cut it into 2 halves and put them face down immediately, because that way nothing can happen to you. And when I cut it, I press them together so that they don't fall apart, because again, as long as everything is pressed together and they don't actually come into contact with the air, you're fine. And now obviously it gets a bit tricky, but if you do it fast and get away with it quickly, nothing happens to your eyes. Same with this part, and away with it. Alright, next we can probably cut the celery. Now I'm not going to use 2 stalks of celery, because I assume that the recipe is for several persons and I'm only one person, and I don't think I will find someone to eat it with me. So I will use fewer ingredients. Alright, I hope this is enough celery. So let's cut the bell pepper next. Again, I probably won't be using all of it, maybe just 1/2. And in with it. Yeah, look at that. How could that possibly go wrong? Okay, I think I'm just go ahead and add the mackerel. Maybe a little bit. Alright, so before I'm going to add the eggs to it, I will try to start blending it and hope my crappy little blender can take care of that. So this is going to be a little bit loud now. Oh dear maker, will you please look at this abomination? Oh my god. Yes, this looks not like something that I would like to eat, but I mean, we're not ready yet. So, but I think I think I already need a drink now. So let's crack open this bottle. Cheers! Wonderful, delicious. Alright, next thing we need 2 beaten eggs. So to make the pudding fluffy, I will try to beat them before I add them to the rest of our ingredients. I probably only need 1 egg since I used fewer recipes, fewer ingredients. And beat it. Alright, let's add the egg. It's getting better and better. And finally, we need the spices. So let's add some pepper, some ground mace, and some cardamom, and a bit of mustard. And I think that's pretty much about it. I will blend it once more with my blender. Let's go. So, and this is pretty much everything there is to it, but obviously I do not want to eat this stuff raw. So I need to find some way to cook it. I mean, I could maybe put it into a pan and fry it, but again, it's called pudding and not pancake. So the only other thing I can think of is to put it into the oven. So let's put it into this small little cake form. It's the only one that I can think of. And then this will go into the oven. Oh, there are some unblended pieces of pepper. I will remove them. Okay, I'm going to preheat the oven, and since I do not know how long I will have to leave it inside, I will just have to go by instinct, I guess. So yeah, this is going to take a while, and I will bring you back once I have a bit more to show for. Alright, our concoction is inside the oven, and I will now check back once in a while to see if it's ready to be taken out. So see you then. Alright, I think this has been in the oven long enough, so let's get it out. Alright, here it is. I gave it a few minutes to cool down a little bit. And I wonder if it's solid enough that I can remove the form. Let's try this. Maybe just in case, put a plate under it. And there we go. That's very, very interesting. So all that's left now is the garnish. I have an egg slicer for that. So let's slice the egg. There we go. And decorate it. So yeah, here it is. I gotta say, this looks very, very special. It is kind of fluffy, I guess. I don't really know what to think about the color. So let me just take a few photos of this before I go and actually eat it. So yeah, now the moment of truth has arrived. I gotta say, it doesn't smell nearly as bad as I feared it would, but the real interesting bit is of course how it will taste. So let's take a nice chunk out of it, if we can. Oh god. Oh god. Look at it. Look at it. Oh. Oh god. Yeah. I can't really explain how it tastes. I think it's mostly tastes like celery. You don't really taste the mackerel that much, and a bit of the pepper. But I mean, the texture of it is not very appealing. Let's maybe try another bit. Maybe it's better the second time. No, it's definitely not better the second time. So let's just put it like this. If this is the pinnacle of Ferelden cuisine, then I don't want to know what they eat on normal days. But it's definitely an interesting experience, and maybe it's better if it cooled down a little bit, because eating it warm like that, I don't know. I really don't know about this. But that's what we have the meat for, right? So let's drink up. That's much better. Yeah, so I guess this concludes this fun little video. If you're feeling inspired to make some Ferelden feast day fish for yourself, yeah, the recipe can be found in the Isle of Amarantine's estate, and it's added to the codex then. And yeah, it kind of looks like this, assuming I did it right. And obviously, since the recipe is kind of incomplete, I don't know if I did it right. But anyway, let's end the video here. I want to thank you all again for subscribing and watching, and it's been quite an amazing journey for me so far. And obviously the journey is not over yet. I'm currently getting towards the end of Awakening, so we have still some stuff to do in Origins, and then we can finally move on to Dragon Age 2. I hope you all stick around and don't let my horrible cooking scare you away. And hopefully we see us again in the next episode of Dragon Age. So see you then!